if it's there. Right. Need my gloves. Got my gloves. And I'm one tool. Don't know if you've noticed, but I'm actually wearing sliders. Bit of an unconventional builder, really. Always opting for comfort over maybe safety, but yeah. First option going to be pull this carpet out. This next florist's van, so there's bound to be all sorts of there's almost like soil and compost, that sort of thing, but yeah, in the last van it was all smokers like tarry, sticky, horrible snot, not the best. I just caught my finger in there.
Join us at the Feel Electrified event between October 8th and November 8th in the local Nissan dealership.
Under the crowbar. Bloody hurt. So you can see now where these screws are just completely rusted. There's no way I can unscrew them, so I'm going to have to hack around them, which is what I've started. Grind them off and try and get them out that way. But some of the more rotten bits are coming, but this one here is proving to be a little bit harder.
Delicious range of mountain potato.
PPE is on, it's time for screw removal. So doing pretty well, got a fair few of the screws out. I just found a couple more near the back, but I've moved on to trying to get this back, this back bumper off. So all I've done is I've selected a drill bit where the head of it matches, have to wait for us to focus, one of the screws, and I'm just going to drop this into here and hopefully just drill the top off and hopefully be able to lift the plastic off, and then I can treat that afterwards, but we'll see how it goes.
So when you need a job doing, why not go somewhere with...
So I'm now just going to go over the rusty patches with this wide brush, just attached to the main drill.
The very best tradespeople become
Start the slower mode, work my way up.
comes with reviews, history and other options. And
Just
you'll
to
find the
remove
ones
the rust.
closest to you. So whatever the job,
And then I can treat
you
it
always
afterwards. So as you can see, it's looking a lot cleaner here now. Actually, to get that screw out in the end, I use this universal socket remover. It's a great little bit. I got this for the last van just because the amount of bits that either the heads get sheared or something like that. Yeah, it just pops on the end of your drill. And it's pretty good, especially for things like this are sheared off. So we're going to give that a go with this and just see how we get on. So it's early afternoon, as you can see, the amount of dirt for the work. I've got a little black moustache because normally it's blonde and fuzzy. Yeah, so this is where I've got to in a couple of hours. So I've stripped all these panels off the side here, all the ply, flooring and sideboards are off. Managed to get this off, started on a bit of the rust stuff, still needs a bit more, and you can start to see a bit more of the discrepancies in the paint from the smooth and the rough. I'm assuming there's more rust under here where they've painted over it, so it might be good to get that off and see if I can remove it with the wire brush. Yeah, I've also gone around with the wire brush around the edges and just scraped the dirt a little bit, the hand wire brush that is, just to help to get it up. And now that most of it's up, I'm going around with a sponge and spray and just giving it a wipe. As you can see here, it looks a hell of a lot cleaner. Then you can see what's left to remove. So here we've just got some old silicone on the floor, but you know, it's looking good. Pleasantly surprised actually with how little rust there is in here. Quite an old van. It looks pretty good. The only bits that look particularly rusty are down by the back doors, and I'm guessing that's because there's holes in the roof. So once they get fixed, I'm hoping that I shouldn't have any more problems with rust, which is a great start, because there's always an unknown when you're buying a van, what is really under the bodywork. A little bit of a strange one here, looks like the back of someone's soldering job. Yeah, not too sure what that's from, but yeah, no, hopefully touch them up as well and just give them a bit of rust paint from the inside. But yes. So I better crack on with my cleaning. So we've gone towards the end of the day. Start to have had enough now, but yeah, you can see how much cleaner the van already is inside. Just from where I've been going around with the sponge and the spray. And just getting a lot of the dirt up. You can see I haven't quite got to this area here yet. There also seems to be a big stain, that sort of sticky something that runs through the van, so I might just paint over it just so it all looks nice and white. It'll just protect it from any further rust. But yeah, not a bad day one. Morning, so it is Tuesday the 18th of October. Day 2 working on Cub. Yeah, a bit of an annoying day yesterday. The bloke turned up to fix my remote locking system. Basically couldn't fix it. So I've got to go to an auto technician to try and get that sorted. Also had a problem with trying to remove the bolts for the strap down ties. Because I didn't have the right bit, and if I show you this is just how annoying it is. So for Bear over there, I had to purchase these 2 like special socket sets which have got a star on them, and you needed like the female and male parts. It's really annoying because Volkswagen have got their own separate set, different to the Mercedes set. This is basically just to stop people tampering with them, but they're not the same as your regular socket set, so you basically can't work on them unless you've got their specialist bits, which just makes it really annoying because now I've got 3 packs of bits for working on each van, so that's driving me nuts. But hopefully now, key's still not working, but and get into it the old-fashioned way. So I've got a bit of a funny plan for today. Hoping to get up the rest of these sort of strap ties. As you can see here, treat the areas that we've removed the rust from with a thing called Kurust, Ku rust or something, and then we'll go over it with Hammerite in a glossy white, and just touching any bare metal to stop it from rusting. I've also got to remove the panelling from the sliding side door, and then I should be good to start laying down my insulation and sound deadening on the floor, which hopefully arrive today. So yeah, waiting for some parcels as per usual, but yeah, let's crack on and get into it. So it's just about to start work, and I remembered that all the panelling that I pulled out yesterday, I couldn't fit all of it in the bin, and as it's wood, I'm hoping to burn it. Our neighbour is out, and they've got a lovely burn pile in their garden. They're in Spain for a month or so, so yeah, I'm thinking I might chuck that in their garden later and burn it, but hopefully if I can break it down to smaller pieces and fit it on her existing burn pile, she won't mind. So yeah, I'm just going to move that out of the way for now, and yeah, hopefully get away with burning it later. Alexa, volume 4. So I was quite pleasantly surprised actually with how easy they came out. In fair, they would look like the first one that I did yesterday, when they were just completely rough and you got cut round and cut under and stuff like that. Just not great, but these unscrew really easy, so yeah, I can tidy them up and move on to the rust treatment stuff. So, Amazon man's just been. He's dropped off my Kurust? I don't know. Anyway, you apply this to surfaces that you've sort of treated for rust, and it says transforms rust into a stable surface in 15 minutes. So, yeah, I used it on the last van. You can see the colour of the areas you've treated change after you've treated them. Yeah, now I'm going to go around and apply this to all the patches that I've grinded off now. And yeah, no, we'll see how we get on. I am sure. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So I'm sure, as you can sort of see in the video, it started going purple. Yeah, so that will be the rust or metal reacting with the Kurust or crust. So yeah, I've just gone around and treated, and you can see particularly where it's gone black, that's where it's reacted and done its job. So now I've just got to wait an hour for this to dry, and 3 hours before I can paint on it. Yeah, now I'm going to move on to trying to see if I can locate the fuse for the central locking system, see if I can change that, because if not, I'm going to have to go to an auto mechanic. The fuse board, I believe it will be one of those fuses in there, but it looks about as fun as it is to do. It should just be a process of going through all the fuses, checking them all, but as you can see, getting to it's going to be a nightmare because it's tucked right in that little space down there. That's just not a fun job, and if it's not that, then I think there's other fuse locations elsewhere, so I'll have to find them, but yeah, that's what's next. So I'm going to start off, I'll just put out the vehicle general information and controls and equipment. So I'm going to sit and read these for a bit. Hopefully I'll be able to find something on maybe a map of the fuses. It might save time going through checking them all unnecessarily. Just really hoping it will be able to tell me what fuse is for the central locking system, but yeah, I had a look online and nothing that clear really, so yeah, give it a go, see how I get on. So I found page 145, central locking system right at the end here, fuse position 11, so you can see it's up here, so 20 volt fuse, so I found that. It looks fine to me. I'm just going to try and replace it anyway in case there's something I can't see, but I have my doubts about whether it'll work because the light's still flashing, but who knows, it might not be linked. Yeah, grab a fuse and see if it works. So I've changed this fuse here. It's sparking across the fuse, which is weird, showing basically that there's a current running across it, but I'm just not having any luck. It's still not working. It's flashing, which means that there's a current at least running to the central locking system sort of alarm. This little node here, that flashes when you lock it from outside, so I know something's working, but that still doesn't work, and I need it to, so it's going to be a job for an auto mechanic, I believe, which I'm not best pleased about, but unavoidable at this point, so just got to get on with it and get it done. So I did some reading online, and apparently something in here is to do with the central locking system, so I'm hoping maybe I can get these wires out, just maybe check them, see if there's anything obvious, but I mean the state of it in here, I'm going to clean it out now that I've taken the seat out anyway. All filth from over the years, and whoever it was did quite like a prep. So yeah, clean this out and see where we stand from there. So I've had a tidy up under here. You can see when you look into the housing for the Christ, I can't think what you call them. But you can see, oh, the green is like where I think there's been water or something spilt in here. I'd imagine someone spilt like a Coke or something down the seats, or maybe they're water. You can see on the tops of the plugs it's all green, but I can't get this one out. So I'm just hoping to unscrew this whole housing here, pull this all out, hopefully be able to get this plug out and see if they're all damaged. I might be able to maybe change the clips on these, or buy a new plug, or get an electrical tester in there and see which wire is causing the problem. But yeah, no, I'm guessing it's got something to do with that, which doesn't look great. So after taking that box out, I hope this will focus, you can see sort of there's elements of rust on this motherboard and evidence of further problems in here. Looks like where it's got wet, so I'm thinking it might be easier to have a look online, see if you can just replace this board somehow, maybe tidy up these plugs and check if that works, and maybe if not, change the plugs as well. But I'm going to have another look online, see what I get with it. But you can see it's showing damage sort of all over it, so it might just be easy to get a new one. So now I've opened it up, I can really see the full extent of the problem. This is not good. I'm not sure how hard this would be to replace, whether there's any problems further in than just the plugs or not, but yeah, whatever it was has been pretty corrosive. So I'm using this stuff, Hammerite metal paint. I used it on the last van and it's really good. I'm just going to go around and touch in any patches that need doing. Try not to get too much on myself, but not always as easy as it looks. So yeah, you can see on these patches here. Just get a bit of my brush. Oh, so I couldn't have chose a worse day to paint. It is non-stop rained, and where the van's not watertight, it just keeps running down the van, and just yeah, just not making the paint look great. It's really patchy now. There's all sorts of mess in it, and it's wet and messy and horrible, and it just keeps filling up, actually like welling with water here. So I really need to get that hole plugged as soon as possible. My thermo liner has just arrived, which I'm basically going to wrap the van in. Apparently it was late because delivery services on strike, which isn't the Royal Mail, it was Parcel Force. The blokes were well proud of how late it was. Yeah, I bet you've been waiting for this. I thought, yeah, I have actually. Yeah, I've just gone inside, waited for the rain to stop, and my lower back is absolutely killing now in the last couple of minutes, so it's going to be quite painful, but I'm going to carry on anyway, just because, well, the rain has stopped now and there's no point sitting inside feeling sorry for yourself. So yeah, I've just got this last bit here. I'm going to finish painting this off, hopefully it will start drying, and then I can think about getting the thermo liner in, doing all the cuts around the wheel arches, around these panels here, and all of the ceiling as well.